Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Sahil and I'm a real estate consultant. This is episode 7 of Wealth Destruction series, and this is an extension of episode 6, which is an extension of episode 5, where I have been explaining what kind of commercial properties are not working actually. So I'll be covering the leftover part of how a so-called great mall, grade A dream mall, which will give the unexpected 10%, 8%, 12% rental yield, how it is actually destroyed. And I'll be talking more about the concept of ghost mall in the later part of the videos. So if you haven't checked out those videos, do check them out. And a lot of other videos are also there. Do also check them out. And if you like them, do comment loving it, and do like, share, subscribe. I'll be creating a lot of more series in future about educating people, educating especially middle class families on how wealth can be created through real estate. And this is the series where I'm telling how wealth is destroyed through investing in a wrong real estate. And what do I mean by wrong real estate? Commercial real estate. So number one reason for destroying wealth of middle class families is commercial real estate. So starting the topic of today, let's go ahead. So in last video I discussed how grade A malls become a particular so-called graded mall becomes grade C or D, or dead mall. So what was covered in the last video is, like, let me rephrase and start again, like give you a little insight and complete the topic. So when a particular mall is open, it come into existence, it is somewhat a grade A mall because a lot of money is there, it is marketed so well, it is maintained so well that it is grade A mall. But then as soon as time passes by, and within the next 5 years or 6 years, another mall just 200, 300, 500 meters away from your particular mall, bigger, better, much happening, newly, freshly built, freshly marketed mall comes, and your mall is on a trajectory of dying. So it slowly fades away. It goes in a negative path. So you might be enjoying that premium high rental yield, but it won't work for a longer period of time. And when I mean investing in real estate, it should be at least for 15 years, 1 5. I personally prefer it should be 50 years, but 15 is bare minimum. You have to be in it. That's how you can create actually wealth out of real estate. Okay. So moving ahead, let's understand how it actually works. So whenever a mall is just started, created, a lot of big brands are attracted towards it. So a lot of ground floors, first floors are given, kind of made and reserved in a way that big brands come there, extremely big brands. And as soon as 2 or 3 deals get signed, all the other inventory sold on basis of that, because those big brands have their own footfall. They are the one which will drive the footfall for that particular mall, and that footfall, that quality gentry, that quality footfall will attract customers to other businesses also. That's how it actually works. That's how the hidden tactics of it. But sometimes that's not how it works. Sometimes the other businesses are not able to sustain because the gentry which is coming for that grade A mall might not be interested in a subpar brand you might have opened. So if I'm going to a McDonald's, if I'm going to Domino's, if I'm going to KFC, I might not be going to some random shop which I don't know, in a food court, or in a new restaurant which doesn't feel good, doesn't looks good, because I'm not going there for a stroll. I'm actually going there for that particular brand. So I'll be going towards that. I might know this thing is there, And if I get that word of mouth, then I might think of going there, but that's not how it actually works. So what happens is a lot of gentry is actually created there, which is not actually going to going to eat in that particular big brand, or eat or shop in that big brand. So a lot of time what happens is people go to spend their weekend in the mall, take a lot of picture, roam around there, and they came outside of the mall and have aloo tikki chaat at that roadside stall. That's how it actually works. A lot of time people are not there to actually spend in the brands which are there. That's how bad gentry can affect that particular mall, affect that particular businesses. So if you're sold a dream, something like that, then it's not going to work. These things doesn't work. Okay, so that's it actually for how grade A malls become dead malls. Okay, so continuing further on the mall topic, let's understand what is a ghost mall. So when a fresh mall is created, a lot of inventory is created. I mean, a lot of small shops are there. So generally what happens is the ground floor or the first floor is the premium. So ground floor is covered by big brands, big well-known brands, which actually attracts the footfall towards the mall. Okay, they take up the ground floor area. Sometimes those brand goes for the first floor, but generally they stay at ground floor. Okay. Now what happens is second, third, maybe fourth floor, not second and third floor, let's assume, they are sold on the basis of those particular units. And now what happens is sometimes that the gentry is not there, that particular gentry is not there, and people are not going there. The only people coming to that mall is through that particular brand, to that particular brand. That's it. Now what happens is people don't go to the second floor, people don't go to the third floor, they are coming to the ground floor, roaming there and moving out, right? That's it. Now what happens is second and third floor, the business which opened on second or third floor generally don't survive that long. Now what happens is the mall starts dying. How? Because two floors of that particular mall are not happening. Businesses are not working there, and if a business doesn't work for 3 months, it's empties. It leaves that particular shop. It goes somewhere. The footfall might be there. So now what happens is, let's assume second floor has 20 shops, and 17 shops out of 20 shops are closed. Now what happens is the footfall is not there. The chances of three shops surviving on that second floor are next to impossible. And some point of time that 20 shops all are vacant. The big problem with commercial is the maintenance is high, because the AC needs to be run constantly. Commercial electricity is expensive. Cost of elevators, cost of cleanliness, cost of lights, these things generally increases the maintenance of a particular mall. Now the AC is running, staff is there for cleaning, and everything is going on. The meter is ticking on, and the owner of the shop has to pay that maintenance. But because it's not rented out, no business is not going to pay. And slowly, what happens is the 20 shops, the 20 owners who have that shops in the second floor, slowly, they see nobody is attracted towards that shop. Nobody is coming and opening it. In 6 months, they fed up because they're losing money instead of gaining that return, instead of getting that thing. Now they have stopped getting the money back. So they stop paying the maintenance. So slowly, people stop paying. So out of 20, two people stop, then 4, 5, 10, 15. And now what happens is majority of the floor is not paying the maintenance, and now the mall has to stop lightning, electricity, the escalators stop working. Elevators work because they have to, but escalator stops working. The cleanliness of the floor is not maintained. The worker is not going there to clean that particular floor. AC stops, lights are not there, washrooms are not maintained, everything of that floor is stopped. So now the chances of business actually coming to the second floor and actually opening are zero. It's in negative. Nobody's gonna come to a place where basic maintenance is not there. So it's dead. It's gone. Now that mall is dead mall. Why? Because the chances of renting out a particular shop is negative. It's not there. Second floor is doomed. So obviously third floor is almost doomed. If people are not coming to the second floor, why would anyone would come to third floor? And why would any brand would like to stay in a floor where only 2 or 3 shops are actually working? A big brand won't. A small brand cannot afford that. So that's it. The dream of you getting that heavy returns are gone. So that's how a mall becomes a dead mall, because second floor is dead, third floor is dead. Slowly that spread to the first floor. Majority of small brands goes out, big brands sustain, and they are there for a very limited period of time. They are the only one paying the maintenance. They are only one that is actually running and driving the footfall to the mall, and that's how a dead mall is created. Sooner or later everything dies. That's how a dead mall is there. And, and you cannot even imagine the number of dead malls we have. All the big cities of India has at least 40% of dead malls. The people who have invested in these kind of shops have a tremendous amount of wealth in it, and they cannot complain to anyone. They cannot cry about, they cannot do anything. It's just they can just swallow it down and live their lives with it. The money, the wealth, everything is destroyed. That's how a dead mall ruins the chance of a person to invest in real estate. The person who have lost so much money in a commercial real estate will never ever think of investing in real estate ever again. That's how it's lost. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. In the upcoming video, I'll be covering a little more about this dead mall concept with example. So I've actually prepared 2 fantastic case studies for you on dead mall with real life example, how wealth is destroyed of particular cities of India. I have 2 particular case studies, and I'll be covering those, explaining you how it actually works. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.